Yeah, and it's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a long while. What has happened since the last time I made a video? Oh yeah, Shadowlands came out. Oh, and we have my little studio thing set up here, which is nice, and an actual camera. Well, it's a camera I used back when I used to do local music production and did some music videos with it back in the day, but that's a different life. Now I get to do what I want to do instead of what everybody else wanted me to do. Anyway, so I'm going to do something today that I haven't had to do since back when I was playing Horde and Resto Druid in Cataclysm. I'm going to have to explain some stuff that Blizzard didn't tell you about. Well, if you've been following the beta and all that stuff, you probably know, but generally speaking, people just don't know how to do the research because they're used to gear being dropped on their lap. They're used to being showered with information in game. And a lot of it is, you kind of discover it along the way. And if you're not really paying attention, sometimes stuff can be lost. So all these links are going to be in the description. But what you want to do, first things first, is you want to get your go to guides and Wowhead, go to classes, and go to whatever your class and spec is, right? Here, you will, on the side, you will find everything that you need. Right down here, right? You need to look for your best conduits and your best legendaries. Okay? This will also show you where to find said conduits and legendaries. Now, conduits come from a variety of sources. Legendary powers, I believe, only come from certain ones. Mine, for example, my best one for Retribution Paladin is the Mad Paragon, comes from the Great Vault. So I literally have to wait till after the first week, get the vault, and then have it drop for me. Hopefully, it's just one of those that's given to you your first go around. That would be really nice. That would be a plus. But I definitely have the Soul Ash for it. So pretty much what you do every week is you make sure your renown's up. You get your renown up. Whatever quests are there to do renown, you get your renown. You do your Torghast, the highest level that you have available, so you get as much soul ash as possible. And then after that, you're going to want to look for where your legendary power, your memories for the rune carver drop. You're going to want to go farm those. Okay? And there's a difference, right? So you can only wear one legendary right now. Probably later you'll be able to wear two. Now every like plate, mail, leather, cloth has their own transmog set that you can collect from the legendaries that come from the rune carver. So you don't just stop at this. You keep going, because you're going to need a memory to create a legendary for every slot, except for, neck and wings or whatever. They don't have a transmog for those, but you know what I mean. So you have to do that. And then as far as your conduits, you have to do it for the conduits. You have to figure out where your best conduits are and where they drop. And the nice thing is here, they can drop from anywhere and in multiple areas. All that information is presented to you here. If you want to know what has been data mined, or not, we wouldn't really say data mined, simulation. If you want to know what has simmed the best for your spec, you want to go here to Bloodmount. If you go to bloodmount.com, it comes up to this. You pick your spec, like me, I'm Retribution Paladin. It'll bring this up right here. And it'll be automatically here. The chart mode will be for soul binds. And then you go nodes and conduits. Like right now, Templar, you can also change your covenant here. And this is for patchwork. You can go up here and change it to hectic add cleave, and it'll change stuff up. So it'll change what is your best conduit, or for your throughput, your potency conduit, I believe it's called. Yes. And if you want any more than that, up here in this, you can't really see it because my camera's in the way, but there is a drop-down menu, and you can go into legendaries. It'll bring up the legendaries. Which ones are your best legendaries? Actually, I still have to get that. That's second best for single target, and that one's best for single target. So, that's good for me. Anyway, Bloodmount is a very, very good thing. It also shows you your trinkets, for which best trinket to do. Now this add cleave to patchwork, that means basically patchwork is single target, hectic add cleave is multi-target. It also shows you what your soul binds, what races are better. Your secondary distribution stats is important too. When you hover over this, it'll tell you how many points gets to what. So like for me, haste, crit, mastery looks to be exactly what the same as Legion for the most part. So this is what you do for that. As far as gearing, best tip I can give anybody right now, because I've done this and so has a couple of my guildies, what you do is once you get to 60, take yourself through PvP. It might suck. You might lose a lot, whatever. The honor's still good. Even for losses, you get 200 to 400 per loss for honor. And there's an honor vendor in Oribos, and he sells, it's like anywhere from 400 to 875, 850, something like that per piece of gear. And all of it will have your main stat, and it'll have versatility. I suggest you get 2 of the PvP trinkets first, because that 2-piece set will increase the amount in PvP that versatility gives you by 40%. So you'll take less damage and you'll do more damage in PvP. But that will take you up over the 155 limit to start queuing for heroic dungeons. And then once you do that, obviously you can queue for that. You can start looking for, well, you don't have to look for your memories and all that shit in heroic dungeons, but you know, you can do it in normals, but you know, it helps. I just helped a guildie do it this morning, get their first memory for their hunter. Just don't be a dick. Don't, like, there's one memory for the hunter that comes out of this, I can't remember which instance it is, but you go in there and it's the first boss. So we killed it, and he's like, can we leave now? I'm like, no, we're not going to leave now. We're not going to leave these guys. Anyway, just don't be a dick, because if you're farming for it, don't do that to people. That's wrong. But I will put these links in the description of this video. The nice thing is about this expansion is there's so much you can do. You can farm anima. You can farm reputation. You can go on secret hunting fights. If you look for Sorrowbane, look that up on Bloodmount. You know, if you're a strength-based two-handed weapon user that likes to do PvP, you won't be disappointed. But and it's like a little secret thing to get to it. Either way, this expansion is fun so far. It's exciting. I would highly recommend it to anybody that's played it before. If you want those feels of, I have so much to do, but I don't need to do it all, it's really, really nice. Really, really nice. I'm just like getting off of my own sound of my own voice right now. So anyway, if you liked the video, if it was helpful at all, or the links that I provided are helpful at all, you know, subscribe, like the video, whatnot like that. I need a little bit more support and stuff, but you guys take it easy and moo and shit.